TBQ.
Well, his story is definitely a testament of hard work and determination. His big break came while working at a local radio station during high school. When KBUK's overnight host was unexpectedly fired without a fill-in available, the station provided JoJo Wright with his first on-air position. Wright went on to further his career at a number of top 40 and rhythmic format stations, often within Texas and California. When JoJo finally landed an overnight shift at America's most listened to radio station, 102.7 KIIS-FM in Los Angeles, he ultimately managed to become host of the prestigious evening program, JoJo on the Radio. JoJo on the Radio may be heard in over 60 markets, and JoJo himself has managed to cross over as a celebrity commentator and film actor. Without further ado, please welcome JoJo Wright.
I am right here. I heard you guys talking about you guys want to go to Hollywood Boulevard in Malibu, and somebody wants to get a first kiss on Malibu. Is that what you guys said?
Maybe Sean, I just want to hit up the beach and meet all the celebrities.
It's a crazy place. I guess probably just like if you live in L.A., Hollywood Boulevard's a cool place to go. You know, don't get me wrong from a tourist standpoint, but man, if you live in L.A., you kind of steer clear there because it's just always packed with just 1,000 tourists and just a bunch of freaks. And there's always a guy with a tin can on his head claims he can talk to aliens and something like that, you know.
You're definitely a broadcast media veteran. How long have you worked within this business, and how did you come to be where you currently are within your career?
I started off in radio between that junior high and high school year. There were no places to audition for TV shows in Texas, so radio was my end. So I started off at that little station, and since then I've bounced around from North Carolina, Philadelphia, San Francisco. I was there for a quick minute. The primary bulk of my radio career has been in Los Angeles after hitting all those other markets. I've been at KIIS now. KIIS-FM in L.A. is the radio station I work at. Doing 12 years now, I think it is.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
And, thank you, man.
Well, you have over 20 million video views on YouTube and over 94,000 followers on Twitter. How exactly did you manage to accumulate your following? Was it mostly via KIIS?
The followers have come on Twitter just because of just creative marketing online. If it's somewhat viral, if you can get somebody to follow you just based on something you said creatively or somebody else talking about you or a tweet or what have you. And yeah, I'm addicted to Twitter, man. I know something.
You and me both.
Yeah. It's a business, man. We
definitely. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Facebook, the whole deal.
I'd like to know when and how did you cross over from radio to celebrity commentator on networks such as MTV and CNN? Was it after JoJo on the Radio had become syndicated and your name was more well-known?
It's a good question. I'll take that as a nice compliment, but I have such a long way to go. In L.A. and on the West Coast, that name is just stuck with people for whatever reason. Once I've been in L.A. for a while, I've just interviewed everybody on the planet, and after a while, you have a certain degree of credibility.
And notoriety.
And, yeah, a little bit of that, too, I guess. Once you start to do that for a while, you get a reputation. You're kind of inside the Hollywood loop, so to speak, and they'll start to ask you to commentate on this and that.
Before we go to break, I'd like to ask you one thing. I heard that you're in the process of working on 2 movies, Battlefield America and The Helpers. May you tell us more about your films, and will you eventually take on acting full-time?
I don't know if full-time. I'll tell you real quick, yeah, Battlefield America, it's a family film. It comes out June 1st. That's the one that's hitting theaters the quickest, although I shot The Helpers prior to that. I don't know when that one's coming out. And I did a quick cameo or appearance on a TV show called Jersey Shore Shark Attack on the Sci-Fi Channel. Pretty insane. Yeah, I wouldn't mind taking a full-time role in acting, but I couldn't see giving up radio full-time. So I'm trying to find a way to balance that and get into the acting more and pushing into the TV world, too. We have a few projects we're shopping. My main bread and butter at this point today is definitely radio.
Well, thank you, JoJo, so much for calling in.
Yes, we greatly appreciate it, and we'll keep in touch for sure.
Yeah, you guys have a great one. Thank you so much.
You too, thank you. We will be right back listening to Spotlight.
Yes, with your favorite hosts, Will, Love, and Shauna.
And Will, you have some good news regarding our housewife episode.
Yes, before we end this week's program, I have to mention that we received such an overwhelming response from our Real Housewives program last week.
Did we?
Our interviews with Vicki Gunvalson of Real Housewives of Orange County and Marisol Patton of Real Housewives of Miami were featured on several major reality television websites and blogs. I actually spoke to the girls during the week, who both mentioned that they had an amazing time chatting with us and thoroughly enjoyed being a part of our program.
Cool.
So I had to let you know because that's always great to hear.
That's exciting. We'll have to have them on again, as well as JoJo, right?
Yeah, definitely. I love JoJo. He's the best.
He is awesome, but...
See, now you see why I'm a huge fan of his.
Yeah, he's awesome. But everyone have a great St. Patrick's Day.
Enjoy the weekend.
But be safe. That's the most important part.
Of course. Well, that should come naturally.
We'll see you next week.
See you next week. Bye, guys.